Hello, and welcome to Inventors Helping Inventors. I'm your host, Alan Beckley, inventor of the Wonder Wallet. If you're an inventor searching for proven ways to make money with your invention, if you dream to see your product selling in stores everywhere, you've come to the right place. There's no better place to get help than from experts, inventors who've already achieved success. Every week, I interview successful inventors, asking them the questions you want to know. Tune in to learn from the experts so you can get your invention out of the tank and into the bank. Welcome to episode number 539. Today, it's Thursday, and that means it's time for another Thursday thought. So what is your Thursday thought for the day? It's a question. Do you think you can? Now, for those who've listened to the podcast for a few years, this topic might sound a little bit similar to something you've heard before. And indeed, it is. Way back when, episode number 237, I had one that was titled, If You Think You Can or You Think You Can't. Similar topic, of course, but I'm going to take it in a different direction today. So let's have a little fun with this. I'm not operating off of notes as I most typically do, but I have a clear direction of how I want to go with this. So let's go back to that prime question. Do you think you can? Well, I'm going to split that into two different places. As an inventor, either you think you can or you think you can't. Like the Henry Ford maxim, if you think you can or you think you can't, either way, you're probably right. But here's the direction where I want to go with this today. I want to split it into the two pieces and show you what happens with the two different mindsets. And you'll see at the end which one I clearly favor. So let's start out with if you think you can't. And you say, okay, well, let's start out with, do you think you can't? And you say, well, why would you be an inventor if you think you can't? Well, you would, and many people feel like at the end of the day, they really want their invention to be successful. But when it gets right down to it, they have a lot of questions and they're just not very certain and they think they can't. Now, why this matters most is as you're working, you're developing your prototypes, you're making forward progress, and maybe you're feeling pretty good about it, you'll invariably run into a barrier, something that is like a big roadblock to your path forward, and now you feel frustrated. If your mindset is that you kind of think that you really can't, that barrier is going to cause you to think a bunch of other thoughts. You'll reflect back on other times when you ran into challenges and barriers and it didn't work out. Why do you focus on the negative end of it? Because when it comes down to it, you have a lot of uncertainty and you think you can't. So my key point here is your primary orientation and thought process about your ability to make things happen comes to a head whenever you encounter a barrier, a setback that makes you question what you're doing. And it makes things worse rather than better because you look for all the reasons why you cannot make it happen. All right, let's go to the other branch of that. Do you think you can? Similar process. You really believe that you can. You feel good about your invention. You feel good about yourself. And you're going along merrily. And guess what? Wow, you hit another big barrier. One that really makes you question everything. Like, is this product even going to work? Are people even going to buy the product? Because we all have these thoughts in the dark of night. But if you genuinely think that you can, you'll look at that barrier and you'll start thinking, now, what do I do to get through this? What's the way to get around it? How can I resolve this? Let me put some time in on it. Let me sleep on it a few times, because in the past, when I've encountered challenges like this, I've always found a way to make it work. Why? Because I think I can. So both of those ultimately do come together back to the Henry Ford maxim. If you think you can, or you think you can't, either way, you are probably right. So I encourage you to reflect upon this, and hopefully, at the end of the day, you think you can. Thanks as always for listening, and we'll be talking to you again soon. Thanks so much for tuning in to Inventors Helping Inventors. If you like the show, please tell your friends about it. Make sure to subscribe in iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts so you won't miss a single episode. Talk to you soon.